the TPG NewQuest brand, certainly in Asia, stands for rigor, insight, discipline, quality. And I think all of those things inspired great confidence in investors that are less able to make proprietary judgments themselves and therefore rely on the quality of other firms. Hi, my name is Nick Bloy, and I am the managing partner of Navis Capital Partners. Navis Capital Partners is a growth-oriented private equity firm. We operate in Southeast Asia, also Australia and New Zealand, but primarily Southeast Asia. And as many of you will know, that is a part of the world where GDP per capita is only about $5,000 or $6,000. But it's reaching a sort of inflection point where household income is reaching levels beyond which every marginal dollar is disposable, and that creates tremendous growth opportunities for specific types of product or service. And we are simply trying to help local families, local entrepreneurs, local management get capital behind those growth stories and to accelerate their way to value creation. So I think the first time around, which is now going back 4 years or so, what we saw with TPG NewQuest then was a preparedness to get into the potential risks and opportunities of Southeast Asia. The further away a place is, the riskier it seems, and not a lot of people bothered to try and go back to first principles, whereas TPG NewQuest was able to say, well, let's look at the different risks that are out there and let's break it down and let's make a more objective judgment. And I felt that that was insightful because in a sense they were further ahead in the intellectual journey of getting comfortable with a more emerging part of the world. And that was definitely distinctive 4 or 5 years ago. As we segue to the more recent experience, this is focused on our education assets, affordable K-12 education in Southeast Asia. We're educating 30-something thousand kids right now. We're building schools, we're buying schools, bringing them into our platform. And it's really refreshing to have people that kind of know what they're talking about and are doing it with genuine interest and insight. What distinguished TPG NewQuest in the journey was that over time, based on our interactions and the quality of those interactions and what the discussion topics were, the relationship started to develop in quite a positive way, where we were looking to better understand, what do you need, what do we need? And we started to feel that, TPG NewQuest was a good interlocutor and accretive to the quality of the discussion and giving insights. And I felt that that was really where the distinction between your average, let's say, secondary firm, which is mostly interested not in the specific industry and where it's going and how do you win in this industry and so on. And it's been fantastic in the most recent one because it felt like a real partnership, not transactional, not adversarial. It felt great, and it still continues to right now. I think covering what TPG NewQuest brings to the ecosystem, it's the credibility of the brand, and so if they're your partner, that confers some sense of quality onto you as the GP partner of TPG NewQuest. And I think that the industrial experience, not just in industries but also in service industries, where insights about industry dynamics and the way things evolve can be brought to bear and applied to Southeast Asia, which is always ready to learn from more developed economies. I think those are the things that stand out to me in terms of what comes into our ecosystem.